Good morning, all. Today, we'll see our first 2 units of business intelligence subject. The topics are basically based on introduction to business intelligence, what do you mean by business intelligence, and the decision support system will be there in the first part. And the second part, which is containing the modeling in business intelligence, how to do this one. The prerequisite for the subjects are data analytics and machine learning, which is necessary for understanding business intelligence concept. I hope you have already gone through these terms and which will be required as a basis for BI here. Practical part will be seen after your examination. So 6 practicals are there, which we can see through Python programming and through Power BI. How to handle and use this. It's not that much difficult that we will see at actual after your examinations. But first we'll introduce with the theoretical aspect of business intelligence today with the help of different topics, different concepts which are required for business intelligence here. Okay, we will have a break at 11:30. We'll have a 5 minutes break at 11:30, and after that we will continue with the next topics ahead. Let's start with the first topic, that is introduction to business intelligence. So under business intelligence, different topics are that we need to understand, because when we are going to use our data for creating or growing your business, that time this particular term business intelligence will come into the picture. So as I mentioned earlier, we require the knowledge of data analytics, data science concepts, including machine learning topics also, which will be acting as the helping hand for improving the strategies under business intelligence over there. So business intelligence basically moves around the information or the data which is being used there in the companies, basically the businesses which handle the data. So they generate huge amount of data. They're already having some amount of data with them. So what to do with this data? This data will be converted into actionable insights. This data will be converted into actionable insight, will be converted into the action format, will be converted knowledge format, will be converted into the understanding business format with the help of things, techniques present under business intelligence here. So every kind of data which revolves around your business will be used here in the business intelligence. So business intelligence combines business analytics, data mining, data visualization, data tools, and infrastructure with best practices to organize, make data more data-driven decisions. Means I want to generate some decisions. Decision making is primary aim of it. I want to decide something. I want to perform some operations in this particular process. So we'll be handling previous data, our collected data, and with the help of it, these decisions are basically made. So all these are combined: analytical methods, visualization method. Visualization means exploratory data analysis methods, tools which are used to handle the data, or complete infrastructure which will be used as the base for understanding using this data will be present there under the business intelligence. So as you know, we got modern business intelligence where you have comprehensive view of your organization's data. That data which will drive the change, eliminate efficiencies, and quickly adapt market and supply changes. So whatever processes which are built in the businesses, so these business processes are basically the outcome of the data or outcome of the data which is being collected by the companies. That's why business intelligence is the primary process which is being followed in companies to make the decisions. Final outcome which you are getting from the data which is collected in company is the decision which is being made with the help of the previous data. So modern BI solutions prioritize flexible self-service analysis, govern data on trusted platform, and empower business users to speed up the insights. Means what my primary aim is to identify novel insights from the data, so I can use that insights for making useful decisions for growth of my business. That's what business intelligence means. So before actually understanding using the business intelligence, we have to understand the differences among the term which I have given here. These terms are data, information, and knowledge. These terms are interconnected to each other. Somewhere you can find the data science, information technology, knowledge discovery in databases. So many different terms we basically use. what are the differences present among this term that we'll understand first. So what is related to what exactly, that we can identify. So there are three interconnected terms which form the foundation of decision making and problem solving in organizations. One important thing to note that data is the primary fuel of most of the technologies that we use in artificial intelligence. Most of. Without that, the technology will not evolve. Like machine learning and deep learning are forming the brain for artificial intelligence. And this brain also require the data. They require previous example, previous data. With the help of this data, they used to find novel insight from it. They used to find a pattern. They used to find the rules. And using that, they perform the predictions ahead. That's why it's acting as a fuel for all of this technology, whether it is AI or it is Internet of Things or it is cloud computing, everywhere data is acting as a fuel. If this fuel is stopped, these technologies, this algorithm will definitely stop to evolve. They will not get evolved. Remember, if data is stopped, remember that's why they are acting as a fuel there. But it's very interesting or important to know about the differences among these three different terms here. What is the meaning of data? So data is everything that is represented in detailed format. It's a raw kind of things which is given direct, whatever you downloaded from the net, whatever we have communicated to the net, everything is in the data format. It's like raw, unprocessed fact, figure, symbols without any context or meaning. Raw form, completely. It may be present in the form of text, in the form of videos, audios, images, or any other special kind of format that may be possible. So this is what we call as a data. Anything that is stored in detail format is a data. So what are the features of it? Features, definitely it's unorganized. Okay, as you're taken, you're stored, you're taken, stored, you're copied, stored. Like everything is stored there. It is unorganized. It is unstructured also, because definitely there is no any structured defined for this. So it's unstructured. Lacks context or relevance on its own. Definitely there is no any context, no relevance are there. We have downloaded, we have saved, we have copied, saved there. No relations with the previous or next data which you are taking over there. Yes, and often collected from the sensors, surveys, and transactions. So definitely there are many ways present by which data can be collected. Sensors means when 24 by 7 of sensors are active, they are collecting a data and sending to you. Or surveys are taken. You are given some surveys, you are given some questionnaires by which you collected data from surveys. That is also data. Transactions are performed, online transactions, financial transaction, bank credit card transaction. Everything is collected, recorded. It's a data. See the examples which are given there. Maybe a list of numbers can be a data. A temperature reading is a data. A customer's name, John Doe is data. So all thing, everything. An image file, audio file, video file. How we are communicating through this video conferencing, it's also a data. So everything is a data. But from data, basically, other things are derived. Which one? Information. Information means meaningful data. The data which is containing some sort of meaning is called as data. Information, sorry. So information is the data which is processed, organized, and given a context to make it meaningful and useful. Like I can say data which contains some sort of meaning is called as information. Okay, it answers the question like who, what, where, when. So if, so you can say data is a raw data. When I ask the questions onto it, who, I'll get information from it. When, I'll get information from it. What, I'll get information from it. Like all. So this is what the information basically contains. It contains a meaning. And what are the features of it? It is structured, definitely. It's organized well, and which contains the relevance and the context that we want to know about. That is present under information there. And definitely it is derived by analyzing and interpreting the data. Means from data, on data you put these questions, on data you have performed some processing, some analytical work, and using that we have retrieved this, which is we call as information. Let's take an example like given average temperature of last week was 25 degrees. There's some information there. The previous slide I mentioned 25 degrees, okay, but what is meaning of 25 degree? What means 25 degree? That is average temperature of last week. Or John Doe purchased a laptop on 1st March 2025. There's information present inside it. Okay, sale increased by 10% in quarter 1 of 2025 compared to quarter 1 of 2024. There's information present there. We ask this kind of question, WH kind of question, and using that we got, that is called as information. And third is knowledge. So ahead of information, we do have the knowledge. Knowledge is understanding, insight, and expertise gained from analyzing information. So we analyze information, and using that, we got this understanding. We have gained something new. We have gained something which is not known to any other. Fine. That is what we got as knowledge. So when I ask the questions like how on information, how does happen? I'll get knowledge. That's what we call a knowledge. So knowledge is actionable and applicable in various scenarios, which is based on pattern, experiences, and insights. And very importantly, it helps to predict the outcome and make informed decision out of it. That is what the features of the knowledge are. Let's take an example. What knowledge I'll get? It's carrying with the previous examples ahead. Understanding that sales increase during holiday seasons due to higher customer demand. Correct, holiday seasons, and because of that, the sale is increased. We got knowledge. I just mentioned that key sale is increased by that number of percentage. Okay, okay, but how it is increased? Yes, holiday seasons are there. Or knowing that customers prefer a specific product feature based on the feedback and usage pattern. We have taken this data already from the customers, and accordingly, we got these particular results. Or using the past data to predict future trend and plan strategies, like in the past, the share of a respective company has grown by 5% because of that, and same situation appears now. Probably I can predict, yes, so the shares of this company will also grow by 5% next time too. That is what I'm getting knowledge. Okay, when I ask the question how, we'll get the knowledge. So basically, business intelligence focuses on this process to convert data into information, information to knowledge, and use that knowledge for the growth of your business. And in order to accomplish that, which processes are required to get followed, that will come under business intelligence here. Okay, see the relationships among them. Data is like a raw form completely. Information, we are just going to make them usable by their interconnection. And knowledge, from this we will form something, we'll extract something, we'll get some novel insight from it. You can see this novel insight which I've taken from this. We created it, generated that. That is what we call as knowledge. This relationship. Even one more, we'll see this one. See, I just mentioned about it. Okay. Here at actual, data is the base for all of these things. This is called as a data extraction pyramid. We are having a data, as I mentioned, it's a fuel of all current generation technologies, where everything which is created, generated in detailed form is stored over. That's called a data. Individual fact, figures, signal, measurement, everything that I can consider inside the data there. Okay, and information is organized. When I ask the question, WH kind of questions, or I'll get information organized. And one more thing to note, that information size is less than data, because that data will contain anything, usable, non-usable things also. Information, so size we can see, that's why it's a pyramid form. And then from that knowledge, again, knowledge size will be less than information, but it's more important than information. Ideas, learning, notion, concepts, synthesized, compared, throughout, discuss, everything will be there. And what is our primary aim? What intelligence I can get? That is wisdom. When I ask the question like why, see, it's like WH kind of questions, queries are there. Why it has happened? So I'll get exactly insights from it. I'll get some good understanding from this knowledge, which is called as wisdom. Finally, at the aim. So our aim of business intelligence to get the wisdom from the knowledge, from the data, basically. Data to information to knowledge to wisdom. So when you got the wisdom, definitely it will be helpful for growth of the businesses. For the growth of the businesses. That's why it is required to know about the processes present under business intelligence here. This is what relationship that they carries. Okay, if I combine two of each other, like data to information, information to knowledge, knowledge to action. So data to information, data is process organized to create information. Definitely, this process is generally we call data mining, is also one of the process where data is currently information format, or data is actually extracted from the usability. Okay, so example like raw sales data are summarized into sales report. That's what information. All sales data will have a summary of it, report summary, that is information. Now information can be converted to knowledge. Like information is analyzed and interpreted to gain the knowledge. Analyzed and interpreted to gain the knowledge. For example, analyzing sales report, that is information, reveals that discount drive higher sales. That is knowledge. We got sales report which has summarized it, but we are getting higher side sales report. Why it is happened? Because we are given discounts on it. Correct. That's why. And what knowledge to action? So knowledge is applied to make decisions and solve the problem. That is what outcome of BI process are there. Applied to make the decisions. Decision making is the primary outcome of all BI, business intelligence, and solve the problem there. For example, using the insights that discount drive sales, a company decide to offer seasonal discount to boost their revenue. Seasonal discounts. Whenever I want to sell something, so I'll provide these amount of discount to them, and accordingly the sales will grow. Definitely the sales will grow because what I gained from the previous, what knowledge I gained, based on that I have taken it. That is action generator. That is the action generator. So data to information, information to knowledge, knowledge to action. This is what the business intelligence basically require. That is why they are talking with the data. Okay, so what's the relationship with BI here? Data, as I mentioned, is a fuel of these technologies. So whenever we have to make an informed and intelligent decisions for particular business process, that time data is required. That is, data is a primary source for which the insights can be gained, from which this understanding can be identified. Right, that's required. So information, data is what foundation. Information is created by processing, analyzing using BI tools. Yes, definitely. Whenever I want to gain some information from the data, so we have to use some BI processes. We have to use some BI tools. With the help of this, information can be gained. I'll show you which tools are there or which processes are required to gain that information from there. And then knowledge, which is derived from interpreting information to make strategic decisions out of it. Okay, interpreting information to make strategic decisions there. That is what the outcome. So all three things are having their own importance in the processes of business intelligence there. So let's come back to the point again about the BI. It's important to note that this is very modern definition of BI, which I have already told. So it's triangle history as a buzzword there. We'll talk about history also. We're having a detailed history of the business intelligence. So traditional BI and all originally emerged in 1960s as a system of sharing information across the organization. So just like in terms of growth, if you talk about something is growing, how do I know about it? Because we are going to collect the data, we find a trend, growth trend is there or not. So definitely it is required, and this term was coined in 1989 alongside computer models for making the business decisions. This program developed further, turning data into insight before becoming specific offering for BI. But that time, these information processing tools were not available. Programming languages were also not that much strong. That's why this term was not much evolved in that particular regions. Okay. Now, if I see, whenever I want to handle the data, I want to do analytics of the data particularly. So in that case, which process are basically being followed? You can see this one all just elaborated over here in this diagram. We can get the data access directly, interact with this, analyze and discover, then share, and finally promote and govern the rules. So in order to accomplish this particular word, we have to systematically use our data and create this respective flow there. How exactly it is being followed? Let us see. So business organizations have questions and goals everywhere. Questions and goals. Questions means reasons that they have to find why this has happened, and goals means where we have to reach, what outcome you are basically focused on, you have basically kept in your mind. That is the outcome. Both things are there. So to answer these respective questions, we track the performance against these goals. Okay, wherever the data means what kind of data we may require to accomplish our goal, that would decide. Okay, what kind of data. So they gather necessary data, analyze it, and determine which action to take, which action to perform on the respective goals, which particular action to perform onto this. That is what defined by this. And on the technical side, the raw data is collected. Definitely, everywhere data is collected. So various processes are present. Maybe your client data is different, customer data is different, process data is different. Okay, and whatever internal operational data which is being used, that can also be different. All these data will be present over there. And after that, we can apply BI tools such as visualization tools. So maximum tools which are used in BI tools I'm talking about, they are visualization part. They are used to explore the data and then find some novel insight from it. These are present, which convert data into charts, graphs, and represent the data to shareholders or the decision makers. So, in order to make a decision, if you visualize it, definitely it will be very easy to understand and know about it. Because see, we know picture says more than words. Whenever I show something in pictorial format, in the picture format, it is more easily understandable. When you show in the pictorial format, that time it is easily understandable. Can everyone knows, everyone learns, everyone understands the language of pictures, so they can easily understand from that perspective also, and using that they can generate the decisions out of it. Now, there are various methods present by which this business intelligence is possible. Much more than a specific thing, business intelligence is an umbrella term which covers all process which will complete the things like collecting the data, storing the data, analyzing the data. Everything is present. I'll show that total 6, 7 different steps are there which are performed under business intelligence to get the data. So we perform all this, collect the data, store the data, analyze the data from business operations or activities to optimize the performance. So if I analyze that data, I'll find a suitable, appropriate method to optimize this particular flow, optimize the particular processes, and using that we can make an informed decision out of it. So all of these things will come together to create a comprehensive view of businesses to help people make decision better and actionable decisions out of it. So definitely we require to get some processes which are required to make informed decisions, like artificial intelligence process or machine learning algorithms are required over there. Okay, so in order to improve the performance, they are evolved over the time and accordingly they are performing the operation. Now see, what methods are there? Which techniques I can use to make an informed decision for business intelligence here? See, the first process is data mining. I hope you may have heard about this name. Data mining. Data mining means extracting useful information from the flows. Extract means large amount of data is there. You have to identify the useful data from this, or we have to create such a process which will generate usable data for our operations. Using databases, statistics, machine learning to uncover trends in large data set, that is possible in data mining. You mine the data, we extract the useful data for our process, for our operations. Second, reporting. Reporting. So we got the data, sharing data analysis stakeholders so that they can draw conclusions and they can make the decisions out. Can make the conclusion and make an informed decisions. We will create a report of it. Okay, this is what happened. Like we have seen the trend of growth of sale, whether it's growing, stable, declining, that will be present under the reporting. That will be present in business intelligence reporting. Next, performance metrics and benchmarking. Definitely, whatever result we got as an outcome. So, how can we measure the performance of it? And benchmarking can also be done. Benchmarking means we have to reach at least at this position. Above that will be definitely beneficial for us. Comparing current performance with historical data, then create a track to measure the performance against the goals. Typically using the customized dashboard. So I can use a dashboard where I'll have a data performance for the last year, performance from the current year, and then I'll measure it, which is better or which is declining, which is going on below direction, which is going on up direction, like that we can compare it. Okay, we'll set a benchmark. At least at this position, I have to reach. Above that will have definitely helpful for growth of my business that can be taken. Then next, descriptive analytics. We are having this topic in detail also. What do you mean descriptive analytics? Preliminary data analysis method means whatever common general purpose data analysis we do is called as descriptive analytics. Means what has happened in that data that we are deriving the meaningful insights from. That is what we call as descriptive analytics. So there are various techniques present to do this. Next, curing. Ask the questions. Curing. are data specific question, BI pulling the answers from the data set. Ki any kind of like analytical questions are there. Why, don't why, what, when, who, these kind of questions can be asked, and accordingly result can be generated from this. This is what we call as Turing. Next, statistical analysis. See, statistics is forming one of the base for analyzing the data, because the trends can be identified, pattern can be identified by statistical methods, taking result from descriptive analytics and further exploring the data using statistics such as how this trend and happen and that's why. The reason where higher gatherings are there, where these ups and downs are there, these can be analyzed with the help of statistical analysis method. There are two analytical method we basically use: descriptive statistics and inferential one. But descriptive is very commonly used in business intelligence tool, and the second one, inferential, is based on samples of data. Basically, it's required. But when huge amount of data is present, and that time we are using some samples of data to find a novel insight, which is inferential statistics. It's also required for business intelligence. Next, data visualization. Data visualization form the brain of business intelligence processes. That's why wherever you see the BI tools, so maximum of these BI tools are coming under visualization method. Okay, where they turn data analysis into visualization representation such as charts, graphs, histogram to more easily consume the data. Because when I have lakhs of entries present in it, it will be very difficult to find the trends pattern present inside it. But when you actually visualize it, that time it is really easily identified what kind of trend, rule, pattern is present inside it. That's why visualization is very much important. Like various tools are there in talking with BI visualization tools. Power BI is very effective tool available created by Microsoft, and Tableau is also present, which is used to convert your data into visual format. Data into visual format. That is what data visualization, one of the brain of BI processes here. Because and that visualization can be easily understood from the clients, from the customer point of view also. Then visual analysis, exploring the data through visual storytelling to communicate insight on the fly and stay in the flow of analysis there. Visualization is okay, but analysis of that data will be done. Like, for example, if I talk about the linearity, whether the growth or progress of my company is linear or not, that can be checked with the help of linear analysis there. Whether it is up or down, so accordingly we can find whether is it linear or non-linear, or it is positive or negative, something kind of things. The data preparations, one of the best model process, because whatever data we are given as input, maybe it is not completely usable every time. So you have to prepare the data, or maybe the numerical methods which are being used for analyzing, for them the data is not suitable. So that time data preparation is required. So compiling multiple data sources, identifying dimensions, measurement, and prepare for data analysis. Sometimes string data is there. Let's take an example. What data preparation means. Sometimes data that we are using in business intelligence is string format, so it will not understand that. We have to convert in numerical format. Sometimes data is getting too much variations in the scales, so you have to rescale that data. Sometimes data is imbalanced, so we have to balance the data. So all these processes will come under data preparation. We prepare the data as per the requirement of algorithm or processes there. That's what data preparation does. Next. Now combining all these things together, these are the common methods which are being used in business intelligence. Now, primarily, business intelligence includes data analytics. Data analytics are the other name, eh? But here data which you are using is for a business point of view always. So data analytics and business analytics can combine together, user them as a part of the whole process. BI helps user to draw conclusion from the data analysis. Definitely, data analysis is primarily required here in the business intelligence processes, compulsory. Now, you may have heard about the name data scientist. So they basically play the role to dig the insights into the data, which is related to businesses. They use advanced statistics, predictive analytics to discover patterns and forecast the future trends. Definitely, it's the task of primary job of data scientist to do this particular work. And data analyst, data scientist, analyst too, or data analysts actually perform of building the algorithm which will do the predictive analytical work there. The data analytics will ask why did this happen and what will happen next. Means there are two kind of analytical work are there. First is descriptive one, second is predictive one, which is performed by them. Why did this happen? The reason behind it, diagnostic analytics we call it as, and what can happen next. That's called a predictive analytics, which can be possible. So business intelligence takes those models, algorithms, and breaks the result down into the actionable language, which is done by business intelligence, basically. Okay. And as I told in the previous slides also, they can design to answer specific queries and provide at a glance analysis for decision and planning. But these outcome which are generated from it are definitely based on previous data. Now remember, if a company want to grow and to grow, they do not have their own data. So that's why it is not possible to define the strategies. But they can use other company data also to make the decisions, basically. So the but basically this process will change from company to company. It's not possible to have similar things all together at a time in business intelligence. Now, yeah, what are the primary components that business intelligence will contain? Means what steps I have to take so that an appropriate business intelligence process can be created. What are the components present? First, data collections. As I mentioned already, data is a fuel for this computing. For business intelligence, if I want to decide my business strategy, so definitely I should have the previous data present with me, or I should have a mechanism from where the data can be taken out. Okay, so gathering a data from various sources such as databases, spreadsheet, CRM like customer relationship management systems, ERP, enterprise resource planning systems. ERP is a common platform where all company data is available, or any other external data sources. It is compulsory. You should have a data. So whatever practical you will do with BI, so they always definitely require data. It's not like I will design my own step and I will not do work on any particular data. It's compulsory. Data is collected, required. Like this data can be structured. Like I want to analyze my sales of company. So sales figures can be structured. How time by time, day by day, date by date, month by month, the sales are changing. That can find or unstructured. Probably the people who are talking about the company's product processes on the social media. That is unstructured data. So both kind of data will be possible. The data integration, there is a process. We short termed it as a ETL process. Extract, transform, and load. So BI engineer basically build this particular process, which is acting as the backbone for generating or building the BI processes. So combining data from multiple sources into unified view. And we use the tools like ETL, extract, transform. Extract means extract the data, transform it, convert in respective format, manage that well, curate it well, and then load it, that is store it, or use that data inside the program or inside the tools. That's called an ETL process. It ensures the consistency and accuracy across the organization, definitely. Everywhere, same processes being followed, same kind of ideas being followed. That's why consistency and definitely accuracy is also possible. The next, data storage, next component which BI will contain. Store the data. Data warehousing is a common term which is being used for storing the data. So every company is having their own warehouse where well organized, when managed data is stored. It's a centralized repository where data can be stored. Data warehouse, data lake is also one of the term being used over there. For easy access analysis means a systematic way created to access data, means to whom, what kind of data access is provided, that is defined by the data lake or data warehouses. One of the primary component where data is stored. Next, data analysis. Yes, the brain of this process will be data analysis using different kind of analytical tools, techniques to explore the data, identify trend, and uncover the pattern. So what are the primary aim of BI tools? To identify the trend, identify the pattern, identify the rules present in the data. Explore it. Once they are identified, then we can use that data to take an further action ahead. So which will include four kind of analytical method. We are having this description also written in analysis part of BI. Descriptive analytics, it means that they are going to analyze what has happened in the past. That's called a descriptive analytics. In diagnostic, why this has happened. The reason behind the happening is identified. Then predictive, what will happen? That's called a predictive analytics. And next is prescriptive. Prescriptive analytics means what course of action that we have to perform after this. This is called as the prescriptive analytical method. Okay, so these kind of methods are present under it. These are analytical methods are done. We'll go in detail about this. Then we have data visualization. I already mentioned about it. So data visualization, presenting a data in the visual context will make it more understandable, easily understandable also for client point of view, for customer point of view, and from developer point of view also, stakeholders point of view also. So presenting data in easy to use format, easy to understand format using charts, graph, dashboards, and reports are done. So there are various tools present. Why this is possible? I hope you may have heard about these names. Tableau is a tool for data visualization, very great tools by which different kind of graphs are used there. Power BI from Microsoft, one of the business intelligence tools where some sort of programming, analysis, and visualization all are possible. ClickView is also one of the great tools which is used commonly for this kind of purposes. Okay. Then reporting and sharing insights. Definitely, once you got the insights from the respective data, we generate the reports, share the insights in the visualized format with stakeholders to support decision making systems. Okay, which ensure that the right information reaches the right people at right time. That is the outcome of the reporting and sharing insights there. This is what exactly BI does. Now let's go in the history, small topic. I like to understand how this BI has basically grown through generations. So when computing systems were not there, okay, the analytical methods were present. Computing systems were not present, but analytical methods were present there. So before computers, the businesses relied on manual methods to collect and analyze the data. That's what before 1950s. So 1950s was the era where digital computers are basically started. That time information was recorded on paper. Decisions were made based on the intuition and limited number of data. So what tools were used there? Ledgers, punch cards, basic statistical method, organize and interpret the data that will use. But 1950s onwards, actually, the computing generations were started, where they used the mainframe computers primarily there. So that time, the computers were so much big, so much power consuming, and so much expensive also. And that's why only top companies were using it for creating their automated process, which allowed the businesses to store and process large amount of data for the first time in 1950s around. And in the similar way, decision support system was created. Our next session will be based on this DSS. We'll talk about that. Decision support system is an outcome of business intelligence processes. It is an outcome of business intelligence process. So in 1960s, the concept of DSS was emerged for the first time. These systems were designed to help decision makers to make better decisions by providing access to structured data and basic analytical tools present there. And this was the era where actually automation systems were started. Automations means the computers were used for automation there. This is what the third generations of industries, industry 3.0 we call it as, where they are focused on automation. The primary goal was to automate the manual processes and improve the efficiency of the respective process with the help of computer systems. Okay. Then if you see 1970s to 80s, 1970s have seen one of the greatest breakthrough in the history of data management systems in computer, which was development of relational database, RDBMS, by Edgar F. Codd, which has created the data storage and retrieval pattern, which has given the birth to structured query language, SQL, which has allowed businesses to organize data more efficiently. 1970s around. And then Oracle companies created their own structured query language. Even Edgar Codd has designed the different rules also, how SQL or how structured language should be created. And in the same era, almost executive information system was created. We'll talk about that. These are the methods, types which are used in BI processes. This system provided senior executives and easy access to internal and external data with the help of dashboards and reports. Means those who are decision makers, they will not request to companies personnel to do. They'll have the access of dashboards where they can see everything. That's all. The EIS, Executive Information System. And in the same era, the concept of data warehousing was also created, where they enable the businesses to consolidate data from different sources for analysis. Warehousing, but that was not that much perfect or not that much fast as compared to the current generation warehouses. They almost 1 or 2% speed was gained. Then 1990s, okay, I've already mentioned about this term. Okay, here in 1990s, the term business intelligence was coined by the Howard Dresner of Gartner, which has referred to tools and systems that provided access to and analysis of data for improved decision making. Means he has coined this term business intelligence, where they're defined I can use my data for the growth of my business. I can use that data to make a such decision which will be accompanied, for making appropriate usable decisions, business decisions basically. Now in the same era, the OLAP was designed, online analytical processing, OLAP, which was developed, allowing users to analyze multidimensional data from different perspectives. OLAP in 1990s was created. And in the same era again, the first BI tools were created. Companies like Cognos, okay, Business Objects and MicroStrategy emerged as a pioneer in the BI space, offering tools for reporting, querying, and data visualization. There are certain tools which were available. The tools name I not given over here. It was Lotus 123. Its name was that, which was created in the same period. It was DOS based completely for storing a data and analyzing by the help of different kind of queries. Fox Pro was there. Fox Pro, Fox Base, two more different tools. They were also used to store data in structured format. Okay, that time unstructured data analysis was not present. It is reason because of current generation system which are being used here. But that time Lotus 123, Fox Pro, Fox Base, these tools were basically used to store business data and do the analytical work with the help of the query based intelligence where possible. So that time focus was on end user, where BI tools become more user friendly, enabling non-technical users to access and analyze the data. Here, actually, in 1990s it started. 1990s was one of the milestone year in the history of computing. Now, 2000 onwards, where we have entered another era of internet, that is web. We have entered in the era of cloud-based system. We entered in the era of artificial intelligence, where they are enabling these technologies to handle the data and make informed BI decisions out of it. Like first was web-based BI. Means now data is made available on the internet, on the web, basically. The rise of internet led the development of web-based BI tools, making them easier to access data and report from anywhere in the 2000s. Then one more very important term has come into picture, big data. I hope you are knowing data which is in tremendous amount. Volume, variety, and velocity, these are the properties of this particular data. Social media has risen. The model of data generation has changed, where initially companies were creating a data, now users are creating a data and companies are consuming it. Right? So whatever data available online, out of it, 92% data is created by user. And that's why big data term has risen, where they have created different advanced BI tools to handle the large volume of unstructured data like Hadoop and then Spark. Now today we are using this Spark. These technologies have boosted the growth of big data analytic or data which is present in high amount, and the main important real-time analytics. Real-time, immediate analytics. It's not like data is stored there. Real-time. Data is taken, analyzed, results are generated. So businesses began to demand real-time insights, leading to development of technologies like in-memory processing and streaming analytics. In-memory processing was done by Apache Spark 2. The Apache has also emerged one of the great company which has created lot many tools to do the analytics on the data, big data, small data, or traditional kind of databases that they were developed in year 2000s. And if we talk about in current generations, business intelligence, it's very highest stage where they are integrating lot many advanced tools and technologies like the name which are given here. First, a cloud, AI and machine learning, data democratization. This is the future of BI actually. We'll talk about that also in detail. Mobile and embedded analytics, which you are currently using. Cloud based. Cloud means anything can be accessed, used through internet. That's called as cloud. So the adoption of cloud-based system has made BI tools more scalable, affordable, and accessible. Scalable because any number of computers can be created. We don't have to worry about it. Affordable because only one company is providing it as a sharing of resources, and accessible through internet. Clouds are accessed. There are platforms like Amazon QuickSight, AWS has created that. Google Data Studio, which has gained the popularities in 2010 onwards. Then AI and machine learning, we know artificial intelligence, automating every human task with the help of computing system is in AI. So if you are doing this work seriously in paper, pen and paper methods using AI, they are automating it, finding novel insight by their own by integrating the tools like natural language processing and automated insights. And data democratization. So it's like we are designed to accessible to everyone organization where everyone democratize. It's like a democracy. Data for every person. That is what we are going to use it. Then mobile BI because there's a rise of smartphone and tablets because whatever computing systems available online, so maximum of them are in mobile phone. They are not fixed at a specific location. They are smartphones and tablets. So BI solution become essential. And now everywhere on mobile phones and tablet also we are handling using the BI tools and techniques. Then embedded analytics. BI capabilities are being embedded directly into business applications. Direct means there is no separate process present there. Initially it was separated. Now we have a pipeline. In this pipeline, the data is taken, stored, analyzed, and directly used for finding novel insight from it and make a business decisions out of it. That is what embedded analytics, which are currently we are being used. This is how the growth was seen. In future, probably the tools will have pre-built ability to perform the actions, generate the action by their own. We don't have to do the analytic by work. Means your algorithm will act as a BI engineer, will act as a data scientist to find a novel insight from this. Probably, if you see the growth of it. Let's summarize it all together. The milestones. In 1956, IBM introduced the first hard drive, enabling large data storage. Make sure it was in kilobytes that time. The first hard disk was developed on this side by IBM. Then 1970s, I mentioned Edgar Cod published the paper on relational databases. He mentioned the concept of structured query language also in that particular period, which has given the birth to the relational database management system. Okay, which has been popular throughout the history of computing and the softwares also. Then in 1989, Gartner's, that's also I mentioned, Howard Dressner popularized the term business intelligence for the first time. In 1993, yes, I hope you may be knowing SAP. SAP is also one of the great tool for business intelligence. SAP has released the first BI product, SAP Business Objects. Okay, SAP Business Objects. So with the help of the SAP Business Object, possible to do all kind of analytical work on businesses easily. Then 2003, Tableau was founded. Tableau is now has become number one company in the world to perform the analytical work on the business data, which has revolutionized the data visualization today with the help of lot many interactive, useful, novel visualization methods. Then in 2010, the rise of self-service BI tools and cloud-based platform they created. And today, 2020s onwards, integration of AI, machine learning, and real-time analytics are possible integrated into BI tools. Means now if you see all of these BI tools, they are all are internally containing machine learning algorithm present in it. You decide what algorithm you have to apply where. That we have to decide. Remember. Okay, so when we will decide that one, so we'll be using these methods so easily to find novel insight or make a decisions from this. Fine. Now let us see some sort of business scenarios which are being followed here in BI. Scenarios means I've taken 10 different kind of builds there, how business intelligence is basically applicable, that we will see different scenarios. Like I'll talk about sales and marketing. Sales and marketing is one of the primary area where BI tools are effectively applied today. So effectively applied today. Like take a next scenario here. Ki, a retail company want to analyze sales performance and customer behavior to improve marketing strategies. They have to use the previous data. So definitely, whatever insight that found in the previous data, using that is possible to do this work. So what BI application will do? They can track the sale trend by region, by product, by time period, all. They will identify the high value customers, target them, and will offer the personalized offers to them. Definitely will grow your business. Even we can measure the effectiveness of marketing campaigns using ROI analysis, a region of interest, and where we have to focus on. We can identify that if where our sales are very much high, where our sales are very much low. So accordingly, ROI can be identified where maximum throughput can be achieved. And then accordingly, you can use predictive analytical methods to forecast future sales based on historical data. Definitely. So all these BI application can be used. What is expected decision making from this? What is the outcome of it? Here is the outcome. What is that? Increased revenue, better customer engagement, and optimize market spend. So in this scenario, marketing and sales, we can apply in this particular, but definitely we require a specific type kind of data as input to the business processes. Then and then only it's possible to generate these kind of results. Let's take another scenario, business or financial analysis. Is finance and its allied sectors are playing very crucial role in the growth of the economies. So definitely this process will be robust and this process should follow some systematic steps here in BI. So what is scenario? A financial institution, let's take a bank, needs to monitor its financial health and compliance using BI tools. This is our scenario. So what I can do? What BI application can do? BI application generate real-time financial reports, like how much profit you get, how much loss you get. That is balance sheet can be generated by this. MS Excel is also a BI tool which can be used to accomplish this work, which is given over here. Second, analyze the cash flow and identify areas of cost reduction, means where the cost reduction is possible, where already cost is reduced over there. Then it's possible to perform fraudulent transaction using anomaly detection. Anomaly detection is a very important application in data analysis present, which we can use to find the frauds here. Okay, which we can use to find the fraud, which transactions are fraudulent, which transactions are not. So there are various uh, machine learning algorithm present that will do this respective work. Then ensure compliance with regularity requirement through the automated reporting, whether they are following all the compliances or not. All these are things are possible. Now what is the outcome of it? Yes, you can improve financial decision making process, reduce the risk of financial fraudulent transactions, and ensure the appropriate compliance for this process possible there. Another scenario. Next one, supply chain management. I hope you may have heard about this name, supply chain. When companies are supplying the material, so from start to end, the process pipeline which is followed called a supply chain management, SCM. The scenario is a manufacturing company wants to optimize their supply chain, reduce the operational costs. As I mentioned, start to end completely. So they have to optimize it, they have to reduce the cost, and they have to optimize the supply chain. So what the application can do with previous data? Yeah, first thing, they can monitor inventory levels and predict demands to avoid stock out and overstocking. That means how balance present between demand and supply. The balance of them can be done with the help of BI applications. Okay, can be done with the help of BI applications, the balancing. Then they can analyze supplier performance and identify bottleneck in the supply chain. It may be possible that we are overstocking too much thing. They are not required actually. But with the previous trend, it can be identified in which period of the year The high demand is there, in which period of the year low demands are there. Can be easily possible, can be easily done. Correct? This is what the first analytics we can do. Analyze supply chain performance, as I mentioned, bottlenecking in supply chain. What bottlenecks are possible that can be identified. Track production efficiency and machine downtime. Yes, machines downtime is the machine is failed for how many number of time and how much cost you have incurred, how much loss we have incurred in that particular downtime. That can be tracked. Means whether production efficiency is matching with supply and demand. That can be tracked. And very importantly, optimize logistic and distribution routes. Whenever we are supplying the respective material to particular destination there, so which route suitable, efficient, appropriate route we have to follow, that can also be checked by BI tools. 100%. So definitely we are using these BI tools to optimize the process. So what outcome I am getting here? Reduce operational cost, improve efficiency, and better customer satisfaction, because we have analyzed everything. We have taken customers review also in picture. We have considered what customer we require basically, and accordingly supply chain has completed. Third, human resource. Okay, human resource also funding as a backbone for companies resources there, because of the human resource itself, the companies are basically running. So what is scenario? The human HR technique basically. So all these are management scenarios you have considered here. Now, organization want to improve employee retention and performance. Both are retention. It's not like the employee joined after 2 months, 6 months, he has left. Again, new employees come. Again, he has left after 1 year. Again, employees come. So employees are not getting retained more than 1 year. Problem. Even their performance also. So performance is declining. Performance is decreasing. Performance is not unstable. It's not improving. Some kind of problem may be possible. How BI application can be used over there? Okay, we can analyze employees turnover rates, identify reason for attrition. Okay, turnover rates and reason for attrition both can be analyzed. Even we can provide the KPIs for them, key performance indicators, like what is the productivity of this employee, what is the attendance of the employee, that can be tracked, analyzed with the help of BI tools. Definitely possible there. Okay, and based on that can predict the future hiring needs of business growth and workforce trends. If I grow in the similar trend, what can be the future employee requirement possible? That can be identified in human resource. And very importantly, we can monitor employee engagement continuously. They are engaged in the company's growth and satisfaction through the survey and feedbacks. Analyze surveys and feedbacks, accordingly generate any action, accomplishment of these particular problems which are given by them. What is the outcome of it? Enhanced employee retention is possible, better workforce planning, and improved productivity is possible there. Because we have analyzed why the people are leaving. There's a concept which is called as customer churn, customer retention management system. Same way, we can have the employer churn also over here. With the help of it, employers retention can be identified. This is what human resource can do in this scenario. Next, healthcare. Let's go out of focus. Focus of the management. Whatever she has seen, they are the managerial processes. Now let's go with actual work area where the BI tools can be applied. Let's talk about healthcare. One of the primary area where highest importance has gained from last few years. That is healthcare sector. Now what healthcare want? Hospital want to improve patients' care and operational efficiency of their entire process. Definitely, their final aim is this. So in this scenario, how hospital can use, for example, they can analyze patient data to identify trend in diseases and treatment. I hope you may have created such a project programs in machine learning. They do analysis of these diseases, treatments, trends can be there. Like classification kind of algorithms are there, which will do this kind of work to classify the particular person in this particular category of disease. Correct? Analyze it. Monitor hospital resource allocations, their beds, their equipment, their staff people, nurses, and all. resource utilization key, these resources are utilized effectively or not, that can be analyzed, and track the patient's wait time and optimize appointment scheduling automatically will be done there. Patient, how much amount of time the patients are waiting, can we reduce it? We'll decide that. Optimize appointment scheduling. Yes, the person should get as early appointment as early as possible. And last one, predict patient readmission rate and take preventive measures on it. BI tools can do this work. So definitely outcomes are great in healthcare sector. Which one? They can have improved patient's outcome, reduce cost, and better resource management possible in healthcare sector. Let's go with e-commerce sector now. Again, one of the rising fields under most of the scenarios will, whatever you have seen, is e-commerce. Means now whatever we are selling, purchasing, maximum is done through e-method. That is in electronic methods, means online methods, you can say. Online, correct? So what scenario will be there? So online retailer wants to enhance the customer shopping experience. They want to enhance customer shopping experience. E-commerce can do. So how can we enhance customer satisfaction, customer shopping experience? First is you analyze the web traffic, find user behavior, identify popular product and pages. If you take an example of Amazon.in, already most of these processes are inbuilt present inside their platform, Amazon. They're analyzing the web traffic and behavior also of customer to identify popular product and pages there. They're personalizing product recommendation based on customer preferences. Okay, based on the customer preferences. We know that frequently bought together, you may get that. They are suggesting based on the preferences, based on the choices that customer have made, they are suggesting the products. Okay, they can monitor cart abandonment rate and optimize the checkout processes. So customers are not keeping the product maximum number of time in their cart, but they are actually purchasing also. Fine. And finally, track the customer reviews, feedback to improve product quality. Whether negative reviews are more, positive reviews are more, based on that, suggestions can be identified. So definitely, this BI process, they are all process are built into BI. So what we'll get? We'll get increase in sales. We can have higher customer satisfaction and definitely improve the website performance. Website performance means your company website can perform better to complete their final work, provide the product with optimized cost and delivered at very high speed at their end. These are the final outcome generated. Next, telecommunication. Again, which I mentioned out of the focus. Telecommunication companies, the scenario is like this. Telecom company want to reduce customer churn. I mentioned about this. And improve the quality of service. Customer churn means they should approach the company. They should get retained for maximum number of time, maximum period of time. They will not leave their company. Like porting facilities available today. The one which is using first customer mobile operator, they switch to other operator because of many problems. That's got a customer getting churned to other company. But remember, in India, telecommunication rate is of 5% maximum. Churn rate 5%. It is only 5%. Customers on average in a month get to change their company from one to other. Yeah, 3, 4 companies are there only. Within that, only the customer churn has happened. Now, how can we accomplish this work with the PI? So first thing is analyze call drop rates. Yes. What are the reasons of customer churn are present that can analyze with the BI tools? Analyze the call drop rates and network performance to identify areas of improvement. Why the call drop rate is very high? Where it is high? That can be analyzed by BI tools. Then we can predict the customer churn using historical data and offer targeted retention plans to them. Yes. So this is a ideal and suitable example in the machine learning also to check the customer churn. Customer is leaving the company. Okay, customer is living in the sense customer is basically changing the organization, and that may be possible. For that purpose, we can use some ML algorithm and suggest the changes in it. Monitor customer complaints and resolve the issues proactively. This can be done continuously, whether the complaint is resolved or not. And finally, optimize pricing plan based on the customer usage pattern, provide a suitable offers to them so that they can get as max as possible. So definitely BI tools can do this one. And within that, what outcomes are possible? Reducing in turn. When customers are chaining from one company to another company, we should reduce it as max as possible. Then we can have improved service quality and increase customer loyalty. Outcomes are there. And definitely when any company is accomplishing this task, they become more and more popular there. What they are getting, what Amazon is basically getting, customer reliability. For example, if customer Amazon service, you can see PI tools how they are using frequently bought together, complete frequently bought together. They are suggesting so 73% revenue of Amazon dot in is because of that BI algorithm, ML algorithm, actually recommendation system can providing it. They know customer used to purchase multiple things together. So if you're suggesting them, definitely they will purchase. Or one more, delivery logistics means when you purchase something from Amazon, they are showing you this product will arrive at your end on this time and this date. But they have gained reliability from the customer. So maximum customer will get attracted towards the Amazon.in. These are some of the example I mentioned. So in this scenario, it's possible to get the data. Education. See the education. In education, definitely, yes, one of the great application where you can have a university wants to improve student performance and retention. What they want? Student performance improvement and retention of the students also. So how BI tools can do the help? So first thing, they can analyze student grades and attendance to identify at risk students. Risk means which students are on risk, like they're not having good attendance. Plus, even they do not have scored well in these examinations. Both are there. So they are at-risk students that can be found. Even you can have enrollment trend, optimize course offering. Enrollment trend means from last 5 years for which engineering stream maximum students are getting admitted, and which are not. That trend you can see. See if some engineering trends are declining, so definitely they will think of closing this respective branch, or maybe they will think of changing more industry-oriented syllabus for that branch. Possible, correct? They can track these enrollment trends in this way. They can monitor faculty performance or student feedback. Yes. Whether the faculty who are teaching to them is good up to the mark or if there is some problem present there, that can be checked. Okay. They can predict using the feedback also, it's possible to have. Then predict the future enrollment numbers and plan resource accordingly. Yes. What are the last enrollment? Using predict enrollment and accordingly plan resources. Key for these particular student, this particular college, this particular stream, how much resources are required. That's possible. These are the applications of BI under education. What outcomes are possible? Improvement in the student outcome. Yes, because they can perform better. We have tracked it. We have suggested sufficient usable measures over it. And better resource allocation is possible. Now, see, in better resource allocation is possible with the help of, I mean, suggestions are given by them. Okay? They can be running in multiple shifts also. Some colleges I have seen, education institutions we have seen, they are running in multiple different kind of shifts, right? For appropriate allocation of the resources there. And with the help of it, enhancement in institution performance is possible. That is what outcome of BI tools are there. Next, retail. Retail, actual supermarket. It's not like an e-commerce tool there. So because of e-commerce methods, e-commerce platform, this retail companies are not performing that much better. Still, they're performing because of various reasons, that various action that they have actually taken there. So supermarket chain want to optimize their inventory and improve customer satisfaction. So what application can do for them? They can analyze sales data. This is one of the great applications of BI. It comes under time series analysis technique. We'll talk about that also. What is time series analysis? Analyze data, sales data, identify fast moving, slow moving product. Which products are fast moving, which products are slow moving. Even seasonal product also. Slow moving, fast moving. According that analysis is possible, and how much amount of stock is required for them, that can also be analyzed. Then predict the demand for seasonal product and plan inventory accordingly. Many are there. Like umbrellas will be demanded at the start of rainy season. So umbrellas should be in stock before rainy season. Correct? Or many things are possible in monsoon season separately, in your winter season separately, summer season separately. So plan them accordingly. That prediction is possible. Again, this comes under time series analytical method under BI, business intelligence there. They can monitor customer footfall and optimize store layouts. Yes, both things. Store layouts means where, what to keep, at which position, what to keep. That is called a store layouts. Frequently purchased items and least frequently purchased items are present at different positions. Sometimes present at same position by giving an offering onto them because they are least frequently purchased. That's all. And the last one, you can track loyalty program performance and offer personalized discount to them. Is you purchase more, you get discount more, or you get discount accordingly. And whatever you have purchased previously, based on that, next discounts are applicable there. So this is what exactly within their scenarios are there. So outcome is what you are getting outcome, inventory cost can be reductions, increase in the sale and improve customer satisfaction. All these things are possible with the help of these BI tools here, retail scenarios. The last one is transportation and logistics. It's transportation and logistics where we can apply BI tools again. Now, what logistic company? So you may have seen lot many companies are there. Yes, basically working in these areas. The scenario is the company want to reduce the delivery time and fuel cost. 100%. Their final outcome is that because their resources which they are allocating them are maximum spent on these particular areas. Correct? Which one? Fuel cost and time required for deliveries. They have to optimize it, reduce the cost present there. So what BI tools can do? First thing, they can analyze the delivery routes, optimize them for efficiency. Just like if you have seen Google Maps. So Google Map is providing the path from where least amount of time is required. Optimize algorithm. They are optimized for time. We can optimize for distance. Okay, at what time if you are going through the highways, so least amount of fuel is required. Probably possible to predict it. Correct? Analyze it. Monitor vehicle maintenance schedules to prevent breakdowns. Is how many number of breakdowns are there, and how can we have predictive maintenance here? We can already predict if this kind of fault may occur in the vehicle. Possible actually. There are some process present that we can do it. Then track the fuel consumption and identify cost saving opportunities. So which kind of fuel we can use, or which kind of fuel basically use, so that we can have optimized level of fuel there. Okay, path and kind of vehicle we are using. Even driver also it changes. That's also very important to have cost saving. Then predict the delivery delays using real-time traffic and weather data. Yes. This is what exactly the machine learning algorithms can do it. Delivery delays using real-time traffic and weather data. Accordingly, they can find what's the probability, possibility of having a rain on that occasion. Predictions are possible. So what are the outcome present here? Faster delivery, reducing fuel cost, and improve definitely in this customer satisfaction because we are getting this product on time. That's why transportation and logistics. These are different areas where scenarios in different areas where BI tools are applicable. Now, why? What are the reasons why these business intelligence techniques are basically being integrated? The reasons behind it. These reasons we can call as a goal, the primary goals of business intelligence application design. What are the primary goals? Yes, many are there. Out of that, few I will elaborate over here. Few of them will elaborated. You can check this tool. The first one is very commonly used tool. Commonly used outcome, decision making. Yes. So in BI's definition itself, decision making is given. Okay, I want to analyze, use my data as a fuel to the system and make a appropriate data driven decisions out of it. That is what business intelligence does. So make business intelligence as the first primary goal of it. So goal is to provide accurate, timely, and actionable insight to support the data-driven decisions. That is the goal. But how BI can do it? Yes, BI can consolidate the data from multiple sources into single unified view. So it will be helpful to make a common decisions for all kind of data. And then it can provide two commonly used advanced analytical method, predictive analytics and prescriptive analytics. Predictive analytics means they can decide something, they can have decisions ki, this has happened in the past, now this will happen in the future, so you decide what to. And prescriptive, if something has happened, we can suggest a course of action over it. It's called as prescriptive analytics. That's also possible here. Yeah, so these are the decision making, the first goal. Even we can deliver, BI can help to deliver the real-time insights to respond quickly for changing the condition. That is the first goal. Second goal is to improve the operational efficiency wherever, whatever. So whatever example I have shown, everywhere the same goal was present, to improve the efficiency in the operations there. So what the goal is to streamline business processes and reduce the inefficiencies there. Correct, that's a good goal. How BI can do this one? They can identify the bottleneck and areas for improvement in workflows. Areas for improvement, which is going in streamlined way, but the process which I'm following is not correct, not so perfect. Correct. We can track the KPIs, key performance indicators, to monitor productivity. Key performance indicator means the feature by which you can identify this process is working well. That is KPIs that can be tracked. I'll show a few KPIs are there whenever we are assessing the quality of the model design for BI in the next session. That time we'll elaborate that in detail. Then we can automate reporting and data analysis, saving the time and resources. Yes, definitely this is possible with the help of the computerization process, building a pipeline for data collection to decision making. This is how we can improve the efficiency in the operation there. Next, increase the revenue and profitability, which is a definite and common outcome of every BI process. If I ask a company to implement this process, that definitely they will implement it. But what is the final outcome? Why do we implement? So I will suggest them, by this we can increase your revenue and we can increase your profitability. If it is increasing, because business final goal is to increase the revenue and definitely improve the profitability also. So goal is to identify opportunities to grow revenue and reduce the cost. Grow the revenue and reduce the cost. So how BI can do this? Yes. First thing, they can analyze the sales trend, correct? And customer behavior to uncover the growth opportunities possible. Sales trend can be found. And means a trend is like that. So definitely in future, how this trend will grow, that can be found. We can optimize pricing strategies based on market and competitor data. Yes, pricing strategies. Okay. So market at actual how much amount of money is present and what I can provide. What is the cost of particular product present? So what I can provide. What my competitors are providing, accordingly what I can provide. So that my more number of product can be sold and definitely will improve my business growth, profitability both. And finally, reduce waste and inefficiencies in the operations. Whatever inefficiencies are there in operations, so that can be reduced a lot. Definitely possible over there. Okay. Then foster a data-driven culture. A data-driven culture. Data-driven culture means it's required for every employee to go through data process pipeline which is created in the company, so that it will become easily possible to track the growth of company and growth of employees also. Growth of employees in the sense ki how much profit, how much time that they are giving, they're spending for the growth of company, that can also be recorded there. Correct? Data driven culture. So that it is again not possible to collect the data manually for accomplishing any work. So how BI can do this? Yes, BI can provide user-friendly tools for non-technical users to access and analyze the data. Anonymously data can be collected also, because if you want to follow that process, if they are following the process, anonymously data can be collected. They can promote transparency by making data accessible across organization. Transparency is possible. Okay, because everything is recorded. It's not like I'm biased towards a particular employee. It's there in the organization. You can see what you have done, what has happened over there. It's definitely seen in the system, and based on that, actions are generated. Even it encourages collaboration through shared dashboards and reports. All everything, every person can see their progress. Every person can see other compare with others' progress also, all together at a time. So data-driven culture. The employees or customers will go through the data-driven culture. Automatically, data will be collected and will be used for growth of the businesses. That's another goal. Improvement in the customer experience. So definitely, profitability is directly proportional to the customer experience. So in business intelligence process, if it is integrated, so definitely customer experience can be improved by few things. Like first, they can understand what is the goal, understand needs of customer more effectively. So if customer needs are identified, definitely it will help grow the business using business intelligence. How it's possible? Analyze customer data to identify preferences and pain points. Means what customer is liking, what customer is not liking. Pain points. They are actually not aware about it and they actually don't like that, or they like it most something unless it's possible. Then personalized marketing and sales effort based on the customer insights. For this customer, different insights, different offers are given, or different kind of marketing strategies are applied for them to grow. That's possible. And last one, track customer satisfaction, resolve issues proactively every time. If customer problems are solved on time, so definitely they will be satisfied and improve the customer's experience. That's possible. Next, to gain the competitive advantage, definitely everywhere in all the field we do have a large competition. So our goal, this is secondary goal, but it will be automatically achieved with the help of first goals if they are achieved. Stay ahead of competitors by leveraging data insights. Can compare your growth with the growth of other companies. So how BI can help? So BI can monitor market trends and competitor activities. Okay, they can monitor market trends completely and monitor the competitor activities. First, second, identify emerging opportunities and the risk. Any kind of opportunity and risk are there that can be identified. Means where we can grow, where we can put our foot in. That is the opportunity. And what are the risk possible there? That can also be analyzed. And very importantly, enable the faster and more informed decision making, which you already seen the first goal. So to gain competitive advantages, what we should have one step ahead of the competitors. So BI can help to do this particular work. Next thing, ensure data accuracy and consistencies. Whatever data which is being used to grow the business, to build a robust BI applications, so that data should be accurate and consistent. So we have to maintain high quality data for reliable analysis. So how it's possible? How BI can help for this? Integrating data from multiple sources, like I mentioned, extract ETL steps, extract, transform, and load. So integrate from multiple data sources, clean and standardize the data to maintain the accuracy, of this data. Like it's called as curation of the data, taking care of the data, cleaning and transformation. And finally, provide a single source of truth for the entire organization. Means create a data warehouse appropriately at specific location and then perform the operation to handle and use this data ahead. This is the another goal of it. Finally, support strategic planning. Yes, definitely it's a long-term goal. Which strategies should we use so that company will grow faster in appropriate linear incremental direction? Align business operations with the long-term goals. So how it will help? Historical predictive insights can be provided to inform strategies. Track the progress towards strategies objective using KPIs. And finally, enable the scenario analysis. I'll talk about that. We are having analytical method here. Scenario analysis and forecast for the better planning. These are the goals. And at the end, risk management. Yes, appropriate risk. Already we have talked about it. Appropriate risk management is one other goal of business intelligence here. Identify and mitigate the risk proactively. Where risky steps or risky processes basically that can identify. So we are having one thing, KRI, key risk indicators. They are present in the Power BI tools, all BI tools rather, by which risky indicators can be found. Numerical mathematical methods are there, which are used in real time. It can use predictive analytics to anticipate potential issues and provide compliance reporting to meet regulatory requirements. That's the common risk management. And at the end, self-service analytics. So they can do analytics by their own. That's also one of the goal of it. It's like a dashboard. We can see everything present on the dashboard, and the people, customer or stakeholders or people who are having shares of company, they can see what the progress growth that we have made in contribution of company or what company is making with the help of other employees together. That's what is possible now. Okay, so Power BI can hold, sorry, your BI tools can offer intuitive dashboards and drag and drop tools. That's possible. Drag and drop tools reduce dependency on IT team or report and insights. Yes, self-service. Okay, I can do by my own. I don't require any person who is basically technically proficient in it. Okay, which can by which you can explore, engage the exploration and discovery of new insights from your own data. That's all possible. One more aim, which you already seen in previous scenarios given there, optimize resource allocation with minimum amount of resources, maximum throughput should be generated. Okay, that is what optimize resource allocation present. What resource allocation can contain? Budget of the company, staff who's working in, and inventory, raw material. They should be optimized effectively. There are certain methods present. I'll show one of the methods in our next sessions, like linear programming method, which is used for this particular work. So the goal is to optimize resource allocation where Power BI or BI can help track resource utilization, identify the inefficiencies. They can find future trend based on the current trend and forecast, and very importantly, budgeting and planning. They all are possible. Okay, drive innovation. One of the again secondary goal to do this one, where we can use data to identify new opportunities and innovations in it. Where the new opportunities are there, innovations are possible. Yes, can do. So how Power BI can help for that? We can analyze market trends, customer feedback to identify unmet needs, so needs which are not met completely. So that can be analyzed. Even we can test new ideas and strategies using data-driven insights, and we can encourage experimentation and continuous improvement on it. That business intelligence tool can help for this innovation there. Remember. So these all are some of them primary goals and some are secondary goals. So with the help of it, the BI methods are being integrated. Now, under this business intelligence system, there are a lot many analysis methods are there, depending upon the kind of data, depending upon the kind of outcome you require, kind of data, and the kind of outcome you require. We are going to use many different methods of analysis. See the list, it's very big. Okay, so these kind of methods are basically possible. We'll just elaborate that in detail, what kind of techniques may be suitably used here to perform this respective work of analysis. Okay, see this: descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, data mining, regression, cluster, time series, sentiment, machine learning, text analytics, visual analytics, geospatial analytics, and scenario analytics. That is the common method that we apply and use it here. See the first one, descriptive analytics. The first analytical method. I mentioned about that in previous session also, previous topic also. Descriptive analytics is focusing on summarizing historical data to understand what has happened in the past. This term is important. What is exactly happened in the past that I want to find. Okay, what has happened? What has happened in the past that you have to identify? What term is important? General analytical methods that we have seen, generalized analytical methods that we have seen, they are basically focused on this part. What has happened in the past? What has happened in the past? This called as descriptive analytics. It provides insight on trend, pattern, and key performance indicators. What trends are present, what patterns are there, using that it works. So what has happened in the past is analyzed by descriptive analytics method. The first analysis method is in BI. How it works? It uses aggregation method, filtering technique, data visualization technique. With the help of it, it's possible to find what has happened. Even descriptive statistical methods are also there, by which we can perform operation to work on this. So we can have the different kind of tools, report, and summary statistics. Summary statistics means like mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation. Okay, like these techniques are there which are used here for summary statistics. So we can identify what has happened. So particular person has played well, particular student has, particular player has played well. How can I find it? Because his average is like that. Because his strike rate is like that. Summary statistic. That's called a descriptive analytics. The first method used under the BI is, for example, see this. Analyze monthly sales data to identify seasonal trend or comparing year to year for the revenue growth there. Okay, that's we can do. So this was happened. I can identify that this is the trend, this kind of idea, this kind of methods or pattern is there under it. Second, diagnostic analytics. Another method being used here in the BI. Diagnostic analytics digs deeper into understand why something has happened. The term again, the previous case what I mentioned, what. Now here I'm mentioning why. Reason. As far as diagnosis, why something has happened means identify the root cause and correlations among them. Why it has happened? Why it is changing? Because that is happening. That is changing. Why it is changing? Because that was happened. Why this is the reason why this is changed today. These kind of ideas are used. Why something has happened, that is digged with the help of diagnostic analytics. How it works is just techniques like drill down analytics, data discovery, correlation analysis. There are some technique of correlations are there. They are correlating. For example, if you have seen the sea levels are getting changed for some last several years. Why they are changing? Can we have some correlations? They are correlated with global average temperature. We found that. We have identified it. That's called as diagnostic analytics. Okay, even they can compare data set to find anomalies or patterns also present in the data. That's how definitely easily possible there. Let's take an example of it. Investigate why sales dropped in specific region by analyzing factors like market spend, computer activity, and economic conditions. Reasons are given there. Reasons. Marketing spend is less, competitor activities are more, economic conditions are bad. And that is the reason why sale is dropped. That is why I have diagnosed it. I have done the diagnosis analysis over here. The second one, in business analytics, this plays very, again, crucial role to perform the analytics. Fine. Next, predictive analytics, very essential and important term to be understood here. Predictive. Now, predict analytical is historical data, statistical method to forecast the future outcome. Now, forecast. It means now what I mentioned, what, then why, now what will happen. So what was happened in the past that we'll analyze with the help of it, it's possible to predict the future outcome. So most of the predictive analytical method are coming under one category called a supervised machine learning. Maybe if you heard about this name. So the supervised machine learning methods are basically used to do this work. See, I mentioned how it works. It employs ML algorithms, machine learning algorithms, okay, where they are analyzing the previous trends. Under this machine learning, regression analysis algorithms are also present. Time series forecasting is a time series means the data which is changing according to time. So they're changing with time, incrementing. You can use that trend to make predictions ahead. Now, if same trend is continued with time, what will happen? That we can find. Where they require a clean, high quality data, accurate prediction. For accurate predictions means whatever trends are there, the trend should be there inside it. Then only machine learning can model it and then can perform the predictions ahead. One example, like I mentioned about this, predicting customer churn based on the past behavior or forecasting inventory demand for next quarter. Customer will leave the company or not. Whether the person's health parameters are analyzed and whether he will have the diabetics or not, whether he will have cancer or not, what is the probability of having something in future, what is the probability of having rain today, like all things that can be predicted with the help of predictive analytics, which will be acting as a primary helping hand for all the activities that we perform in the business intelligence there. Predictive. Next is prescriptive. So in prescriptive analytics, recommends action to achieve the desired goal. See, here the term is here. Action to achieve the desired goal. Action to achieve. What action to perform now? Course of action is suggested there, where it combines data, algorithm, and business rule to suggest the optimal decisions. Now, this is the growth. If similar growth is possible done, then what operation to perform, that we have to decide, is called as prescriptive analytics. It's called as prescriptive analytics there. How it works? It uses optimization techniques, simulation, and decision modeling. Okay, optimization techniques, simulation, and decision modeling there. With the help of it, it's possible to perform these respective operation: optimization, simulation, and decision modeling. Often integrated with AI and machine learning. 100%. Predictability is also AI machine learning. Prescriptive also AI machine learning. Like for example, recommending the best marketing strategy to maximize ROI, region of interest, or suggesting optimal pricing for the product. Course of action is suggested. Okay, this is what happened. Correct. Now what we will do so that this should not happen again, or this will happen again and again. This is called as prescriptive analytics method, which is coming under four kind of analytics methods also. Four kind of analytical methods are there. Among it, this is the fourth one. Now let's go with some other method. Data mining techniques. At the start of BI itself, I mentioned about data mining. Data mining involves discovering pattern, correlation, anomalies in large data set. Three things which are mentioned here. Discovering patterns, what kind of patterns are there, what kind of correlations are there, what kind of anomalies are there in the large data set. The primary aimed out of it means you just can see, I want to dig data suitable for this model. For this model, which data is suitable, so that pattern is present, correlations are there, anomalies are there present in it. And this is called as data mining. So how it works? Yes, they use the algorithm like clustering, classification, association, rule mining to do that one. Clustering means they used to find relations in the given data. Classification means they used to find relation between input and output data. Association rule mining, they are finding something like if this, then that. Data mining method. Like frequently brought together concept and is coming under association rule mining there. Extract value from insights of raw data. So all this data mining, pattern, correlation, anomaly. Anomaly means exceptions, outliers we call it. So these all are possible. Let's take an example. Identify customer segment based on purchasing behavior, detecting fraudulent transactions. Classification algorithm will come under this data mining. So you dig some novel insights and accordingly we can generate the action here also. Next, regression analysis. Regression analysis primarily come under the predictive analytics also. Okay, examine the relationship between dependent and independent variable. I hope you have learned maybe knowing linear regression and multiple regression, logistic regression, different kind of methods. See, regression is like linear regression. Common regression is linear regression. Like if two things are there where they are linearly connected to each other. What is linear connectivity? Means if one thing is growing, another is also growing proportionally with this. Another is also growing proportionally with this. This is called a regression analysis. Maybe, okay, not maybe, actually, we are having two variables there, dependent and independent. Dependent variables means outcome variable, which is changing according to independent or input variable. Okay, how it works? So we have three methods, regression, many are 21 regression methods are there. Linear regression, logistic regression, multiple regression, polymer regression, ridge regression, lasso regression, elastic regression, robust regression, many are non-linear are also present. They are used to build a model to have relationship between input and output variables, and accordingly They can be used to perform the predictions also. There also predictions are possible. To predict the outcome based on input variable. So there is a formula that binds the input and output variable, that is y is equal to mx plus c. I hope you maybe know it's the equation of line which binds them together. Correct. So let's see, for example, analyzing how advertising spend impact the sales revenue. Means if advertising spend is larger, sales revenue will be larger. They are directly proportional to each other. That's it. It's a regression analysis. When I plot them, I get a line on a plane. That is regression analysis kind of methods. Next is cluster analysis, kind of unsupervised kind of learning are there. I have a data, and inside this data, which points are similar to each other. Okay. Group similar data points in a single group. The thing which are similar. For example, I have given lots of news to me, and out of it, which news are same, which news are crime news type, which news can be sports news, which news can be political news, which can be international news, like all based on similarity present between them. This grouping is possible. Similarity, they're based on shared characteristics. So how it works? Yes, the user the algorithm like k-means clustering. Maybe if you heard about in machine learning, hierarchical agglomerative clustering. They can use DB scan clustering methods, which helps in segmentation and pattern recognition. That's possible in cluster analysis. And see the examples. We can group customers into segment for targeted marketing campaigns. Yes, 100%. Which customers are same? Their grouping can be created. So we can target them separately, especially on the basis of similarity that they are having there. The next day, time series analysis. Okay, time series analysis will also come under data mining methods, and it's based on the timely data. In deep neural network, also these problems are present. What is that? Now, so here they contain the data point collected over the time. Here, time is timely data is present. Okay, time by time, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. How something is changing, that data is present under it. So they can contain train, whether it's a train present there, whether there are cycles there. Cycles means they are like ups and downs are there. Some kind of product are sold maximum number of times in May, but less number of times in August. Every time, same cycles are repeated. See, that's also seasonal patterns too. This one. Product time series analysis. So they use a technique called as moving averages. ARIMA models are there. Exponential smoothing models. Even in deep learning, recurrent neural network are also used to model them. Sequential modeling, and they can be used. So if linear this kind of trend has followed, then how this where the cell will reach, that we can find with the help of time series analysis. And they are also used for forecasting methods, means I can use them to perform the predictions ahead. For forecasting, we can do. For example, here is given predicting the stock prices. Okay, stock prices and analyze monthly website trends, traffic. So stock price analysis, analyze monthly price website traffic trends that can be found with the help of time series analysis. Means something which is changing according to time can be modeled by time series analysis. So ARIMA was one of the oldest model present, but today with the help of recurrent neural network, it's possible to perform these operations so easily. Time series analysis. Next is sentiment analysis. Yes, it's a task of the natural language processing. This whatever we are talking, whatever we have stored, whether it is positive or negative or neutral, that can be found with the help of sentiment analysis method. Sentiment analysis evaluate text data to determine the sentiment. Okay, what they evaluate? They evaluate text data, plain text data, to find what kind of sentiment we are having, whether we are having positive sentiment, negative sentiment, or neutral one. Correct. So this is the task of natural language processing. But NLP cannot do this work independently. We have to combine NLP and machine learning together, NLP and deep learning together. This task can also be performed by recurrent neural networks. So they can analyze social media posts, reviews, or customer feedbacks. Like all these are data. All these data is in natural language format. The customer has put a review, customer has given some kind of feedback. So what kind of data is this? What kind of reviews that? Now, negative, positive, or neutral, that can be found with the help of sentiment analysis methods here. For example, if you access customer sentiment about a new product, launch website, online reviews, you can analyze them. What he's talking about, whether it is negative, positive, or neutral, or is he doing some kind of suggestions out of it? That is called as sentiment analysis. So sentiment analysis is a very commonly used kind of algorithm used under the intelligence methods. Machine learning in BI. So machine learning is basically used for making a decision, means predicting something. Use the previous data, we used to find a trend inside it, and that trend can be used to perform the predictions ahead. That is called as machine learning. So machine learning basically used for automation of data analysis and decision making by training the model as historical data. Training in this is building a model using the previous data is called as training. So once the model is trained, we can use that particular trend to perform some other operations there. And with the help of this other operation, we can perform the predictions there. Machine learning primary focus is on the prediction there. There are multiple techniques, but I hope you may be knowing. Supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning. In supervised machine learning, we are having both input data and output data present in it. Both are there. In unsupervised learning, we are having only input data present in it. And the third technique is your reinforcement learning. Where reinforcement learning is a kind of method where we use previous data. We used to take appropriate suitable action onto it. Correct action. If it is correct, then points are given to it. If it is wrong, then the points are taken back again. That is what we call as reinforcement learning technique being used. And with the help of it, we can enhance predictive and prescriptive analytics. Yes. Predictive analytics. Predictive analytics brain is machine learning. It's a maximum kind of work which are done under predictive analytics are done with the help of machine learning algorithms only. Remember. For example, see this. We can build a recommendation engine for e-commerce platform. That is what machine learning algorithm is present over there. Text analytics. Yes. Text analytics means it's again a subsection of natural language processing where text analytics can extract meaningful insight from unstructured text data. It's important to note that this is unstructured text data. From this, the data is taken. This text analytical method. So it is NLP technique like tokenization methods, say entity recognition technique, topic modeling methods. Say with the help of it, it's possible to do analytics data from it. Okay, which convert text into structured data for analysis. So structure and numerical one. Basically, computer algorithm cannot understand the data which is in string format. So we have to convert in numerical format with the help of some transformation method from text to the numerical format, and then we can use it ahead. For example, analyzing customer feedback to identify common complaint of themes. So whatever common complaints are there, so they can be analyzed, combined together, and accordingly the suggestions provided to the person who is handling the BI system. That is what text analytics means. And the next one is visual analytics. Visual analytics dashboard, which is very commonly performed in all business intelligence activities here. What they do, they use the charts, graphs, and interactive dashboards. Dashboards means a location where everything can be seen it at a single glance. That's called a dashboard. In an easily understandable format. So how it works? So definitely whatever tools available for BI, all they are having ability to visualize the data there at a time. So visual analytics. And there we can see in most of the cases, data analyst can do the work of data scientists by visualizing only. Means without building any predictive analytic method, any machine learning method, with the help of visualization only itself, the predictions are possible. But should be proficient, should be that much experienced in it, then only it is possible to do that. So where this visual analytics can combine data visualization tools with analytical capabilities. See, recent tools which are used in data visualization, they are having these abilities inbuilt. What kind of trend, what kind of result we can achieve from this kind of data, it's possible to predict. That's called a visual analytics. Even It can enable real-time monitoring and decision-making system. Decision-making in the sense ki, just like our outcome is required. So this kind of trend is there, kind of pattern is there. Then how can I use it to perform the prediction, make a decision that can be found easily with the help of it. So you can see where you can use it. You can create a sales dashboard to track KPIs like revenue, profit, and customer acquisition. All things can be combined together in a visual analytics. And the next one is geospatial analytics. Spatial. Spatial is like the data which contains the locations, geographical locations, called as spatial data. Like the data which is used by Google Maps is a spatial data. Okay. Now, geospatial analysis examine the data in geographic component to identify spatial patterns. Spatial data is like where the data in the longitude and latitude format present. That's called as spatial data. So in these systems, which are like GIS, geographical information systems, and mapping tools, Google Maps like Wikimap AI. Okay, they are using this particular tool. So you can analyze the data based on location, demographics, traffic, or weather. What else? Geospatial analysis. Advanced method actually BI tools they are available. Especially when I mentioned about the supply chain management and transportation. These are the two areas where geospatial analysis plays a very crucial role to do the respective analytical work effectively. For example, see, optimize the store locations based on popular population density and competitors proximity. Okay, so this can be easily done here with help of the geospatial analysis. These are the analytical methods. In the last one, scenario analysis. Okay, the last analytical method used in business intelligence, scenario analytics. What is that? It evaluates the impact of different hypothesis situations, different hypothesis, what if kind of situation, hypothesis situations on business outcome. If this happens, then what? Correct. If this has happened, then what? What action to generate? That we have to find with hypothetical situations there. How it works? It creates a multiple what if scenarios to assess the risk and opportunities. If this happened, then what to do? If this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. It's called a scenario risk analysis rather. So it offers using strategic planning and risk management. Scenario analysis is used. For example, simulating the financial impact of 10% increase in raw material cost. Currently, it is okay, but in future, 10% increase in the raw material costs has happened. Then what to do? That is what we call a scenario analysis, which is performed under the business intelligence. That all are the analysis method, analytical methods used in the business intelligence here. Okay, commonly used kind of methods are there. So, based on the tools, based on the requirements, we can use these respective any one of them, multiple of them, for performing the operations. So, yeah, let's continue. What are the benefits that we are getting out of it? We have already seen that goals and benefits are linked together there. Decision making improvement in decision making. The first one is finally benefit of it. Second, improving in the operational efficiency is possible. Competitive advantage definitely is possible. Customer experience enhancement is possible, and data driven culture. So whatever goals I have shown, I've just linked them with the benefits of business intelligence here. And the example which you already seen, almost in all the areas where business data is collected at a central location, we can use all of them: sales analysis, financial analysis, supply chain analysis, transportation analysis, healthcare analysis. Everywhere all of these BI tools can be implemented effectively and can generate the outcome so that I can use it to make an informed decision out of it. See the tools which are used for that, commonly used tools for BI. Okay, even in using programming language also we can do, like Python and R. Python is main language to do this particular work. But apart from that, say there are certain tools present like Tableau. Tableau is known for its powerful data visualization capabilities, or Microsoft Power BI is there. Microsoft Power BI is the integration with other Microsoft product and offer robust analytics are also possible. They are can also use to create the dashboards which will yield insights and then generate the actions accordingly. ClickView or ClickSense, it focuses on associative data modeling and deeper insights are possible. And the very recent version of SAP Business Objects can also have a good comprehensive suite for reporting analysis possible there. Even one more, Looker tool is also there, very modern tool, with the strong data exploration feature. Data exploration, it means visualization. Visualization is called exploratory data analysis. We explore the data in visual form, and then we do the analysis of that by just looking visually at it, understanding the insight from. These are the common BI tools which can be used. Now let's talk about the futuristic method. I'll take an overview of all these methods now. In future, how the BI can grow, can be improved. Let's see. So some technique which are in development phase still, some are yet to get implemented. The first is augmented analytics. Second is real-time analytics. Third is NLP. Fourth is data democratization, embedded BI, then AI-driven predictive and prescriptive analytics, and finally cloud-based BI. These are the future techniques which is being used in business intelligence. Let's take a overview of all of them. First, augmented analytics. Augmented, which leverages two things, AI and ML, where we are automating data preparation. Okay, currently, what data we are preparing, that is manually done. So data preparation, insight generation, and sharing with the peers or with the company professionals is possible with the help of augmented analytics here. So with the help of it, means this is what we call a no code AI. No code means don't have to write a single line of code over there, which simplifies complex data analysis for non-technical users also. Non-technical users can also do this work so effectively. Yeah, fine. For example, you can see marketing manager can use this analytics tool to automatically identify most effective campaign strategies based on historical data. They don't have to do the work analytically. They can do by using internal AI ML algorithms there. That is augmented analytics. Next, real-time analytics. Most of the processes are now coming under this, where immediate result generation is possible. Real-time analytics process, that data is generated, provided instant insights, enabling immediate action on them. Immediate action. Like for example, retail store adjusts pricing in real time based on the computer activity and customer demand. They will change the data accordingly. Okay, they will change the data. Change the data in the sense that they will change the cost of the product accordingly, real time. Next, natural language processing, NLP, which is one of the primary area of artificial intelligence, by which a computer algorithm understand the human language. That is natural language processing. So, and today we are having a lot many bots present. I hope you may be knowing ChatGPT. You may be using that also. DeepSeek, Gemini, or Microsoft Copilot. So these all are the NLP tools, conversational AI tools. Correct. So BI can be integrated over there. For example, we'll have this example given over here. Sales executive ask which product had the highest revenue in last month. They will analyze and generate the results accordingly. They don't have to write a single line of code over there. Natural language processing, NLP, 100%. This is what the future technology which is being integrated. Data democratization, I mentioned about it. Data for everyone. It's called data democratization. So data democratization is accessible to all the employees, regardless of their technical expertise. That is data for all. Democratization. So today also, okay, if you talk about general purpose open source data, it's available to all the users, all the person around the globe. But talking with the company, a specific company, for this company, this kind of data will be available. You can have that. So the frontline employee access real-time sales data to identify underperforming product and suggest the improvement over it. That's called a data democratization. Remember. And next, embedded BI. Embedded, like all things are embedded together there, combined. So embedded BI integrate analytics directly into business, application, workflow, and processes. Separately done. All, but they are combined together. Like for example, a CRM system with embedded BI shows sales repository, real-time performance metrics alongside customer data. So all they are definitely done. It's called an embedded BI. Okay, and the last one is AI-driven predictive and prescriptive analytics. So AI can have machine learning algorithms over there. So AI enhances predictive analytics, that is forecasting future outcome, and prescriptive analytics, recommended action that they will suggest to us. Correct. For example, supply chain manager can use AI to predict demand fluctuations and optimize inventory levels plus minus accordingly. As per the demand and supply, these things can be changed automatically with the help of AI algorithm over there. And as we are now using cloud everywhere, cloud in the sense is like providing every service, any service with the help of internet is called as a cloud. But cloud's advantages are flexibility. They can be scalable. They are actually cost effective. So this all analytical method can be hosted onto the cloud, so anyone can use it, anyone can handle it, anyone can see the result there. That is cloud BI. Some tools like Power BI is having this ability to extract generated results on a cloud form, so anyone can handle, use, and see the novel insight which are generated from this particular data. These are the future technologies which is being possible there in business intelligence here. Let's come to the conclusion, whatever we have learned in this first part of the session. BI empowers organization to make data-driven decisions, improving efficiency and driving growth. That's what we know. What was that? Data-driven decision. This is the outcome of the BI. Efficiency improvement and driving the growth of your company. Second, the tools are there, Power BI and Tableau, which are providing useful, intuitive, interactive visual insights, allow businesses to analyze complex data with ease. Second one. Third, we can, yes, utilizing BI, we can identify, the company can identify trends. Okay, first. Then enhance decision making process and improve performance across various departments. Possible. Correct? Fourth one. When you learn data continues to grow, definitely it's growing exponential growth. In importance, adopting BI solution is critical for maintaining competitive edge in the market. Possible. And in conclusion, we can say BI is just not a tool, but it's a key strategy to unlock the full potential of data and optimize the business outcomes here. Optimize the business outcome. This is what we can conclude from the things that just we have learned about the common, proper, appropriate business intelligence methods over here. Okay, we'll have a short break for 5 minutes. Okay, we'll have a break for 5 minutes. After that, we'll continue the remaining session.